And if I remember correctly, that dictator also admittedly tortures people to then get fake confessions. Again, tell folks where your former country is located.
That was my next point. The day after, the next morning, there was a broadcasted tape, the national TV. The next morning after this fake coup, there was a tape broadcasted on national TV on all the channels of this Borisov Muratov, allegedly the main conspirator, terrorist in quotes, reading off the paper saying he's a terrorist, he's on the wrong path, he regrets everything he's done, now he recognizes it. And if any doctor, scientist, psychologist just looked at the, not even...
No. What they do is they march your children in and they say, look, we're going to rape and kill your children with battery acid if you don't say you did it. And they go and do it, just like they do with the 9/11 conspirators. Darrel Rundus, straight ahead. Darrel Rundus is our guest. Had him on last week for a short segment or two, but I wanted to have him back up today, talk about a host of issues. He launched udonews.com and 10andwin.com. That's a contest. And he started a lot of national Christian organizations. He's a supporter of this show, and I always enjoy talking to Darrel Rundus. He was going to be in studio, but he had a family emergency come up, so he joins us from outside Dallas. Darrel, so much is going on. What did you just think of that story out of a Central Asian dictatorship?
Well, I mean, isn't that par for the course? Isn't that what we've come to expect from these people who are, above and beyond the law?
And once somebody is above and beyond the law and can do whatever they want, the sky's the limit. Even if you have a dictator who isn't that bad, he will be overthrown and someone worse will come in, and then someone worse. And instead, things just devolve and degenerate into absolute evil.
Well, absolutely. In fact, when we have no accountability, no transparency, it leads to tyranny. And history shows that over and over and over again.
Darrel, so much is going on, but I wanted to bring this up to you. Abortion. Even if people out there are for abortion, Nancy Pelosi says it's for eugenics to, quote, help the economy to get rid of more people, so we'll have less taxpayers. I saw a statistic last week. A caller called, and I pulled it up. It was accurate. More black people were aborted in 2008. That's the latest numbers we've got, than were born in 2008. And I guess that's a big victory for Margaret Sanger and the other Nazis, the other liberals, who run around masquerading as touchy-feely liberals, federalizing the country under hate speech laws now that are about control, not about protecting groups, ending, Obama's now signed it, ending equal protection under the law. Now they want us with government health care to pay for abortions. Do they have any idea the level of rebellion of people that aren't going to pay taxes if they know it's going for abortion? And I guess they're going to lock everybody up in prison now.
Well, I wish that would happen in a roundabout way. I mean, while obviously Planned Parenthood is just another tool by the global elite to euthanize the poor, the downtrodden. In fact, I read an article recently where they're incentivizing that by giving people extra money if they'll get not just an abortion, but they'll get sterilized. So, and sadly, people are dumbed down. They go for it. They think, wow, what, $1,000? Wow, I could get me that new flat screen TV that I've been wanting. Yeah, I'll just get sterilized. So, it's sad that people don't see through the ploys and the schemes of these global elites.
Absolutely. Darrel, I want to take calls while you're on with us and talk about some issues that you want to get into, but what is it like for you to see the New York Times and all these publications admitting world government is here, admitting the global carbon tax is to fund the world government, admitting it's to destroy our industrial base, as if NAFTA and GATT haven't already done that, and then to still see people running around denying there's a world government and calling us kooks?
Well, as a Christian, all this was foretold in the Bible. So for me, it's not too shocking. It is disappointing. It is a little disheartening. But at the same time, we know that there comes a time, and I think we're living in that time, where people buy the lie. They're under mass delusion. They love the lie. They hate the truth. They won't come into the light for fear their deeds will be exposed, and so on and so on. So it is repulsive, to say the least. But at the same time, hey, we knew these days were coming. And that's why it's all the more important that guys like you and others that listen to your show, guys like me and other Christians in particular, stand up and say and do what's right and stand up for righteousness. I mean, hey, abortion is just one in many, many, many tools the global elite uses to oppress us and to track or control the way we live our lives. And that's not what our country was founded on. It's not the purpose of the Bill of Rights or the Constitution or the Declaration of Independence.
Well, pro-abortion supporters should know that the historical mainline history is Planned Parenthood was set up by the Rockefeller Foundation. Margaret Sanger said blacks are subhuman weeds. We've got to kill them, and we'll pose as liberals to do it. And they got the lady from Roe v. Wade to go and take the court case. She's now repented and gone public against it, but they don't care. And that it was all done for eugenics and to kill minorities, but also whites. And so anyone who supports it needs to know that.
Absolutely. It's the same thing with people who believe in evolution and deny creation. Ultimately, that road leads to eugenics and many, many other things because you cheapen the value of someone's life when you start to believe that there is no purpose to life, there was no creator, there is no God that you'll be accountable to someday. And so, sadly, there's a lot of people fighting the New World Order who are, falling into the same lie of evolution. And
Darrel, stay there. We're going to come back.